Happy birthday, Marco. Today is Tuesday, April 21st, and it is Marco's birthday today. Marco, I hope you have a fantastic day today. I've been thinking about you, hoping that you're having a great day. So I can't celebrate with you in the classroom, but I am doing it digitally. So happy birthday, Marco. I hope you've had an awesome day today. Second graders, how are you? Today is our second day of our digital Spirit Week. Yesterday was Pajama Day, and today is Art Day. And you guys sent me some really awesome art projects on Seesaw. Weston, Bennett, and Marley sent me some cool projects that they've been working on. I wanted to show you something that I've been working on. You guys know that I've been working on practicing watercolors. I've just been working on that for the last couple years, and I did a tutorial video, and I was able to paint this super cool turtle. So this is my little turtle that I did. It took me about 2 hours this weekend. Haven't decided on a name for him yet, but since today is Art Day, I thought I'd show you my art. So I'm really excited to see all of your other projects. If you haven't posted them yet, you're welcome to. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is Sock Day, so wear the craziest socks you can find and post a picture onto Seesaw for us to see. All right, today is Penelope Peabody is in a new state, but we need to figure out where she was. So here was the clue that I gave you on Friday. I've been driving southward following the Mississippi River, and I ended up in the Pelican State. Many people are dressed up in strange costumes for the annual Mardi Gras parade. I hope I catch a glimpse of the Gulf of Mexico before I leave the state. Someone told me I'm in LA, but you can't fool me. I know this isn't Los Angeles, California. What state am I in? Penelope is correct. She is in LA, but it is the state LA, which is an abbreviation for this state. And the state that she is in is Louisiana. So here's my map. And Louisiana is down here in the south. This is Texas. This is Arkansas and Mississippi. It's bordering Louisiana. And she talks about the Gulf of Mexico. That's right here. It's an ocean that Louisiana borders. So that is where she is. Your new clue that I will tell you the answer for on Friday is this one. Yesterday afternoon, I bought a new electric guitar in the gift shop of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The guitar has flames and the words Buckeye State written on it. Last night, I went on a lovely dinner cruise on a beautiful Lake Erie. A tour guide on the boat said more presidents were born here than any other state. I want to tour the homes of all 7 presidents who have been born here. I just wish someone told me what state I'm in. What state am I in? Here's your clue. Things you can look up: the Buckeye State, or where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, or what state the most presidents were born in. All right, so get me those, your guesses as soon as possible, and I will tell you the answer to that clue on Friday. So on Seesaw this week, today, I posted a topic assessment, which was a little quiz for you on the math that we've been going over. And we had some questions on value, what value means. So I wanted to show you really quick. I promise it's going to be a quick lesson. You can see behind me I've got my easel here. And I wrote down a few things that I thought would help us review what value means. So remember, value is how much something's worth. So if I look at this one right here, this is a penny. So can you see that? A penny is worth how much? Penny, penny, easily spent, copper, brown, and worth 1 cent. So a penny is worth 1 cent. That's the value, how much it's worth. Same with a dime. If I were to think of a dime and ask you, how much is a dime worth? You probably say, dime, dime, little and thin. I remember you're worth 10. So the value is how much something's worth. So that penny is worth 1 cent and the dime is worth 10. If I look over here, I'm at my number 135. I know that place value is really important because if I'm in the ones place value, this number is worth 5. But if I'm in the tens place value, this number is not worth 3, it's 3 tens. So I have 3 fingers and I have to count tens, 10, 20, 30. So the value of this number is 30. And then if I move to the hundreds, I know that this 1 isn't just 1, it's in the hundreds place value, so it's worth 100. Down here, I drew some examples. I have 210. 210, if I were to write that as the value or the answer, it would be 20. You'll notice too, anytime I see that word 10, I add a 0 to this number. So if I have 510, I put my 5, and that 10 tells me to add a 0. That tells me my value of 50. Over here, I have 310 plus 610. 3 plus 6 is 9. And then here's my word 10 again, so I just add my 0. So my value would be 90. This is an example of one of the questions that you had on your test. It's a little bit different because it was quiz. I didn't want to give you the answer. But first I need to take these two numbers and add them together. So if I take 23 plus 13, I'm making sure my place values line up. And I always, always, always start in the ones. 3 plus 3 is 6. Kicks. Ooh, it's a double. And then over here I move to the tens. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my answer would be 36 tens. Ooh, there's my word, tens. So if someone asked me the value right here of that number, I would just write 36, and since I have that word 10 there, I would write a 0 after my number, and that would give me my value. So the value would be 360. I know we went over this a long time ago, but I hope that was a quick review to help you remember what value means and what it is. Today, I get to read to you a new book we've not read before. I used to have this in my library, but people read so much that pages fell out. So I got a new copy, and it's a hardcover, and this one is called Spoon. I love this story. It's written by Amy Krouse Rosenthal. All right, Spoon. This is Spoon. This is Spoon's family. On Sundays, Spoon goes to visit his Aunt Silver. He has to be on his very best behavior there. She's very fancy and proper. Goodbye, darling. Ta-ta. Look how fancy she is. At bedtime, Spoon likes to hear the story about his adventurous great-grandmother who fell in love with a dish and ran off to a distant land. Look at his pillow. It's a sugar packet. Lately, though, Spoon has been feeling blue. "What's wrong?" asked his mother. "You look a little bent out of shape." "Nothing," mumbled Spoon. "It's just that, I don't know, all my friends have it so much better than me. Like Knife. Knife is so lucky. He gets to cut. He gets to spread. I never get to cut or spread." "Yes, Knife is pretty spiffy that way, isn't he?" And Fork. Fork is so lucky. She gets to go practically everywhere. I bet she never goes stir-crazy like I do. Fork gets out and makes herself useful, doesn't she? Look at all the things Fork gets to do. And Chopsticks, oh, they're so lucky. Everyone thinks they're really cool and exotic. No one thinks I'm cool or exotic. Those Chopsticks are something else, aren't they? Meanwhile, if only Spoon knew what his friends were saying at that very minute. "Spoon is so lucky," said Knife. "He's so fun and easygoing. Everyone's so serious with me. No one's ever allowed to be silly with me like they are with Spoon." "Spoon is so lucky," said Fork. "He gets to measure stuff. No one ever does that with me." "Spoon is so lucky," said Chopsticks. "He can go places by himself. We could never function apart." That night, after bedtime stories, Spoon's mom turned off the light, tucked him in, and said, "You know, Spoon, I wonder if you realize just how lucky you are. Your friends will never know the joy of diving head first into a bowl of ice cream. They will never know what it feels like to clink against the side of a cereal bowl. They will never be able to twirl around in a mug or relax in a hot cup of tea. Spoon hadn't thought about it that way before. He lay awake in bed for a long time. His mind was racing. He felt so alive. There was only one thing to do. I can't sleep. Come snuggle. Come Spoon. And so he did. Sweet dreams. The end. Oh, I love that story. Talks about, too, how we all have our different talents, different things we're really good at. And so we should be thankful for what talents and special abilities that we have. So guys, have a great night tonight. I will see you tomorrow. I will also be posting assignments, and wear your crazy socks. See you tomorrow next video. Bye guys.